What if you're already experiencing the fifth dimension without even realizing it? Strange things might be happening around you. Time feels different, you sense things before they happen, or you keep noticing repeating numbers. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your consciousness is shifting into a higher state. Many people believe that moving into the fifth dimension is a future event, but the truth is, some of us are already there. The world around you may look the same, but your perception of reality is changing. You're thinking differently, feeling differently, and experiencing life in ways you can't quite explain. If this sounds familiar, don't ignore it. These signs are proof that you are evolving beyond the limitations of the physical world. Before we move forward, affirm this: I am awakening to my highest self. Type it in the comments. Also, if you're ready to understand your transformation, hit that subscribe button and stay connected. Sign 1. Time feels different. Have you noticed that time doesn't seem to flow the way it used to? One moment, an entire day, feels like it has disappeared in the blink of an eye, and at other times, a few minutes stretch on endlessly. This strange experience is one of the clearest signs that your consciousness is shifting beyond the limitations of the third dimension. In the 3D world, time is perceived as linear, past, present, and future, moving in a straight line. But in the fifth dimension, time becomes more fluid. You might feel like events are happening faster, or that your perception of time is no longer dictated by clocks, but by your energy and focus. This happens because, in higher dimensions, time is experienced more as a state of being, rather than a rigid structure. For example, you may find that when you're deeply engaged in something you love, whether it's creating art, meditating, or having a meaningful conversation, hours pass effortlessly. On the other hand, if you are stuck in lower vibrational situations, time might drag, making you feel out of sync. This shift indicates that you are moving into a higher state of awareness, where your consciousness is no longer bound by traditional time constraints. Another major clue is the increasing number of déjà vu experiences, or moments where you feel like you've already lived something before. This could be a sign that your awareness is expanding beyond a single timeline, tapping into parallel realities. If you're experiencing these time shifts, embrace them. Instead of feeling frustrated by time's unpredictability, use it as a guide. Follow the flow, trust your intuition, and align your actions with your highest energy. The more you surrender to this new perception of time, the more effortlessly you will navigate the fifth dimension. Sign 2. You feel a strong disconnection from materialism. One of the biggest shifts that happens when you start living in the fifth dimension is a change in what truly matters to you. You may find that material possessions, status, and external success no longer hold the same power over you. While you might still appreciate comfort, your happiness is no longer dependent on what you own, but on how you feel within. In the 3D world, people are often driven by the pursuit of money, recognition, and physical possessions. Society conditions us to believe that success is measured by what we have, rather than who we are. But as your consciousness shifts, you begin to see through this illusion. You realize that material things are temporary, and that true fulfillment comes from inner peace, love, and spiritual growth. For example, you may notice that shopping no longer excites you the way it used to. Instead of chasing the latest trends, you feel drawn to experiences that nourish your soul, such as nature walks, meditation, deep conversations, or creative pursuits. You might also find yourself decluttering your space, getting rid of things that no longer serve you because you no longer feel attached to them. This shift doesn't mean you reject material things entirely. It simply means you no longer depend on them for happiness. You see money and possessions as tools rather than sources of identity or self-worth. If you're experiencing this, take it as a sign that you are vibrating at a higher frequency. The universe is guiding you toward a more meaningful, purpose-driven life. Trust this transformation and allow yourself to focus on what truly brings you joy. The less you cling to material attachments, the more freedom and abundance you will naturally attract. Sign 3. Increased synchronicities. Have you ever thought of someone and then they suddenly call or message you? Or have you repeatedly seen certain numbers like 1111 or 222 at just the right moment? These are not coincidences. They are synchronicities, clear signs that your awareness is expanding into the 5th dimension. Synchronicities occur when your thoughts, emotions, and energy align with the flow of the universe. In the 3rd dimension, life often feels random and disconnected. But as you shift into higher consciousness, you start noticing patterns that seem almost magical. These signs are the universe's way of guiding and reassuring you that you are on the right path. For example, you may be struggling with a decision, and suddenly, a song on the radio delivers the exact message you needed to hear. Or perhaps you've been contemplating a major life change, and everywhere you go, you see signs encouraging you to take that step. Whether it's through words on a billboard, a conversation overheard in a cafe, or even a dream that feels profoundly real. Another common experience is manifesting things more quickly. You think about something, and it appears in your life sooner than expected. This happens because, in the 5th dimension, time and space are more fluid, allowing your intentions to materialize faster. If you are noticing these synchronicities more often, embrace them. They are messages from the universe, confirming that you are aligned with your higher self. Instead of dismissing them as random, pay attention and trust the guidance they offer. The more you acknowledge these signs, the more frequently they will appear, leading you toward deeper understanding and spiritual growth. You are truly awakening to a higher reality. Sign 4. Deep inner peace. One of the most profound signs that you are living in the 5th dimension is an unshakable sense of inner peace. Even when life presents challenges, you no longer react with fear or panic the way you once did. Instead, you have a deep knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. In the 3D world, people are often caught up in stress, worrying about the future, or dwelling on the past. But as you shift into higher consciousness, you begin to detach from these lower vibrational emotions. You understand that life is not happening to you, but for you, and every situation, good or bad, carries a lesson meant to help you grow. For example, you may face a difficult situation, such as losing a job or going through a breakup, yet instead of feeling completely lost, you feel a calm sense of trust. You recognize that endings are simply new beginnings in disguise, and you have faith that something better is coming. This inner peace also reflects in your daily life. You may find that small annoyances, like traffic jams or rude people, no longer affect you the way they used to. Instead of reacting emotionally, you observe situations with detachment, knowing they don't have power over your state of mind. This shift happens because, in the 5th dimension, your awareness expands beyond temporary struggles. You start seeing life from a higher perspective, understanding that true happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. If you're experiencing this, celebrate it. This is a sign of spiritual mastery, showing that you are vibrating at a higher frequency. The more you cultivate this state of peace, the more effortlessly you will navigate life, attracting experiences that align with your inner harmony. Sign 5. Heightened intuition. One of the clearest signs that you are living in the fifth dimension is a heightened sense of intuition. You no longer rely solely on logic or external validation to make decisions. You just know things without being able to explain why. This deep inner knowing is a sign that your consciousness has expanded, allowing you to receive guidance directly from your higher self. In the 3D world, intuition is often ignored in favor of reason and analysis. But as you shift into the fifth dimension, your intuitive abilities become stronger and more reliable. You may find that you can sense people's true intentions, feel when something is about to happen, or receive sudden insights that lead you in the right direction. For example, you might wake up with a strong feeling that you should take a different route to work, only to find out later that your usual route had an accident. Or you may meet someone new and instantly feel whether they will have a positive or negative impact on your life. This is your intuition, acting as a powerful internal GPS, guiding you toward your highest path. Another sign of heightened intuition is having vivid dreams or receiving messages through symbols and synchronicities. You may experience moments where you just feel the truth of a situation without needing proof. These experiences indicate that your connection to the universe is growing stronger. If you've noticed these shifts, trust them. The more you listen to your intuition, the sharper it becomes. By following these inner nudges, you align with the flow of the universe and make decisions that lead to greater joy, fulfillment, and spiritual awakening. Your intuition is your superpower. Embrace it. If you resonate with these signs, congratulations, you are shifting into a higher state of awareness, stepping beyond limitations and aligning with the energy of the fifth dimension. This transformation is a gift. Embrace it with trust and excitement. The more you tune into these changes, the more clarity and peace you will experience. Affirm this in the comments. I am rising into higher consciousness. Let's create a powerful wave of energy together. And if you found this video helpful, hit subscribe and join Celestial Gateway for more insights on your spiritual awakening. The journey is just beginning.